Is that your cat trying to get out?
He's trying to break out.
Trying to break out. I love it.
Like a troll.
It's fantastic.
Oh. Look at that. Cat in the box.
Come on, Bagel.
Hey everybody, it's Philip J. Palacios here, and today I have my good friend, Matthew Briggs.
Hey.
Thank you for joining me, Matt. So, today, you did something really fun. You finished your short story, A Shadowed Soul, for
I did.
the magazine Illuminations of the Fantastic.
I'm gonna rule the world, Pinky.
Start over.
Okay. Cut.
A Shadowed Soul. What inspired you to write this, and where were your influences coming from, and just overall, what do you love about this story? I'll say like. How about, what do you like about this story?
What I like about
He's suffering a little bit from draft fatigue, so...
Draft fatigue. That's a nice way to put it.
It is a draft, yeah, it's draft fatigue.
Yeah, I'm very critical of it. I wrote it, after I finished writing the first draft, I loved it. I was like, this is great. And then now all I see are the problems. So,
True
artist. to answer your question, I love a good redemption story.
Yes, you do.
And I also love character relationships. I think that the entire scope of the human experience can be distilled into relationship, whether that's relationship with yourself, others, or transcendent source, God,
A transcendent horse?
source.
Oh.
Transcendent source. Bigger than yourself and outside of yourself.
Yes.
So that being said, I wanted to write something that spoke to all of that.
I'd like to know, how did you get into writing?
I've been doing it ever since I was in high school.
Okay.
I was reading a lot of comics and a lot of fantasy stories and fantasy books, and I wanted to write one of my own. So I started, and it ended up being just this giant lore that there was never a story to it, but it was just lore.
Just lore?
Just lore. And then I set it aside because I felt like it wasn't very good for a few years. And then in my 20s, I got a job working at a company where I did like a lot of fuel runs for them.
Okay.
And I would plug in this fuel thing to my giant tank that was in the back of my vehicle, and I would start filling it up at the station, and it would just take forever. It would take like 40 minutes to fill this thing up. And in that time, I was like, well, how about I start writing again?
So a question for you is, what are you currently reading right now?
I'm currently reading like 7 books right now.
So out of the 7 books that you were reading, what's one that's standing out to you?
Can I name like 5?
5 out of 7? Let's
Yeah.
do 2. 2 is the compromise.
3.
3, okay.
So I'm currently reading Your Mental Mess by Caroline Leaf. I'm reading about Jacob's mental mess. No, it's called Your Mental Mess by Caroline Leaf, and it is absolutely fantastic. I love it so far. I'm like halfway through. Fantastic book. Another book that I'm reading is Words of Radiance,
Okay.
by Brandon Sanderson. It's the second installment into the Stormlight Archive, and so far it's really, really good. I won't spoil anything, but I just saw or experienced a major event that was totally shocking, that really made me sad. Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time.
So much.
Yeah.
You want to talk about dank lore. Dense.
It
Good, but like...
It is very dense lore.
That prose is difficult. Not in a bad way, but that's like a workout as well.
I would say that sometimes his prose are transparent, but he has so much subtle nuance in his stories that, and he really gets into the weeds on a lot of stuff, that sometimes I'm like, okay, I can't. I'm just about to fall asleep. I can't read this right now. I'm gonna set this one down, and I'll pick up something a little bit easier.
So if you
something
want to
less
take
dense.
a nap or you want to fall asleep, read Robert Jordan. That's what you're saying?
No. It's very dense. Not very dense.
So it's like eating a baked potato right before bed.
No, look, I love Robert Jordan. He's fantastic, right? He's one of the most amazing, writers in the fantasy genre.
But he puts you to sleep.
No, when I right before bed, what I'm saying is that sometimes it's difficult to turn my brain back on when I'm just getting ready to fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's all.
Robert Jordan puts you to sleep. That's
No.
that's my takeaway from this.
Don't. I don't want any hate, please.
Fans are nice people. What are you talking about? Fans can't be mean. How do you think that you have grown as a writer? Like since from when you first started to now that's brought you to this point.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would attribute that to a couple things. One of the things that first started me off was I went through your writing course
Yeah.
program. Yeah.
Thinking about
Before really I think it was before it was. I think I was your wasn't I the first person?
you were definitely my test subject.
Yeah. I was
My
a test
lab-
subject.
This is my lab rat.
Yeah. Everything was just kind of meshing at the same time in the right way, where everything that I was learning from writing excuses, I could apply to all of your prompts. And then you would come and you give me feedback on different stuff. And then I would keep that in mind and I'd do a revision and I would add things to it. And then as I was doing that, I was listening to writing excuses and I was adding more stuff. And then you'd give me the next prompt and I would take everything that I learned from all of your stuff and then everything I learned from writing excuses to the next one. And it really just built. And I think it was really important to do all 7 of them back to back, because one, it built the habit of writing and doing it week in and week out, because you gave me a workout and you gave me a timeline, and that was so important.
Accountability is
It's accountability. Exactly. So the word count, the timeline, and then all the feedback. It was what I needed. Yeah, going through that and you forcing me to write things that I didn't normally write was really, really good, because
I mean, you were a willing participant. I think. Write for me.
Yeah. So what I have found is that when I plot something in the story, so when the story comes to me beforehand and it hits me and I write it all down, and I write the whole plot down, it's usually epic fantasy.
Okay.
But when I discovery write something like this one,
Right.
it is always grimdark.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's just different facets of yourself coming out through different writing styles.
I think so.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
For this, and having edited this and workshopped this, I am actually very excited about it, regardless of your fatigue. It's okay. That's
Thanks.
why you have editors to pick the torch up and then move it forward. So
Thanks, buddy.
And I am very excited to be sharing this with people. We will have a link when it's up, so it's going to be great. Thank you for coming on my Substack and being subjected to my cat and a camera.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Can't wait.
Yeah. In case anyone was wondering, Jesus loves cats.